An iconic tale of how Red Bull became the face of energy drink industry. Red Bull has become the face of energy drink industry. With its blue and silver can, it is not merely a drink but a phenomenon, a lifestyle and a testament to the power of innovative marketing. Red Bull has rewritten the rules of marketing and has carved a niche for itself while being revered as the pioneer of the industry. Now the question arises, how did this Austrian creation manage to capture world imagination and become a cultural phenomenon? Over the years, in 1987, a German by the name of Dietrich Mateschitz, during his time in Thailand looking for a cure for his jet lag, stumbled upon something called freighting ding, which was popular among Thai truck drivers and laborers. Dietrich's jet lag was curved and he found the opportunity to revolutionize the energy drinks industry. In 1984, Dietrich co-founded Red Bull with Uvidia, the founder of Freighting Ding, and turned it into an international brand. Red Bull positioned the drink as a trendy, upscale drink, first introducing it at Austrian ski resorts, and ever since then, Red Bull has continued to grow and sour hits. It tasted disgusting to the consumers during initial testing, and marketing research suggested that the drink was too unhealthy and not appealing at all. The founder of the Red Bull, however, believed in their product, and hence, based on the inputs, they made important changes like carbonating the drink and switching to sleek silver-colored cans that made the product look premium and distinguished it from the competitors. Dietrich set the pricing to double what the consumers were used to pay for other carbonated drinks for the same purpose, though it was a risky move, but it became a very important aspect of company's success. The famous slogan, "Red Bull gives you wings," was also very crucial to the product as it made the product about energy, focus and potential. Marketing genius. During the initial days, Red Bull was a low on marketing budget. Dietrich responded to this by coming up with revolutionary ideas that were innovative, creative, and cost less. They started with reaching to popular, charismatic, and influential college students and gave them cases of Red Bull for free and would have them drive around the campus in Mini Coopers decorated with Red Bull cans on top. They also gave the students money to throw parties where Red Bull was given out. Red Bull focused on changing the buying habits of consumers. They knew that in order to make Red Bull popular among youth, they needed to make it trendy. With their antics, Red Bull was able to associate the drink with a certain kind of lifestyle rather than just a drink. They even hired attractive women to be Red Bull girls and gave out free cans in the campus. Apart from these Red Bull sales, people offered free coolers to bars, inspiring bartenders to feature the drink in new cocktails, which established Red Bull as a mixer for alcoholic drinks. A brilliant trick that Red Bull played was leaving empty cans in bars and nightclubs, which stimulated the subconscious of people seeing them. They built an ecosystem where people saw Red Bull as keeping up with the trend, and it became a lifestyle rather than just an energy drink. Even though the sales were increasing, mainstream marketing strategies like TV ads were still an expensive option. Dietrich again came up with an innovative idea. Since he was a lover of extreme sports and noticed that very few companies sponsored these events, Dietrich started sponsoring sports like cliff driving or F1 racing. This truly made Red Bull a lifestyle. Red Bull started to get associated with Dreadville and high adrenaline activities. In an interview, Dietrich was asked why he didn't try to make a better tasting product, to which he replied that Red Bull was never about the product itself, but building a brand around the experience. Present. Red Bull was never just a beverage, it was a storytelling medium. The goal was to bring customers into the involving myth instead of just cramming a product into their lives. Today, Red Bull purchases entire sports teams, constructs in-house media companies, and hold world-class spectacles and events. In 1989, Red Bull sponsored the Austrian F1 legend Gerhard Berger, and today the company sponsored over 500 athletes, daredevils, and adventures spanning the entire field of professional and amateur sports. This form of marketing very effective, as for example, when NBA fans discuss a team like New York Bulls, it automatically brings Red Bull into conversations and affects the subconscious of people. Besides this, the company has created its own sporting events like the Flugtag, a German word for flying day. Besides this, Red Bull also sponsors art and music events like Lollapalooza and Austin City Limits. If that was not enough, by 2012, the company was sending daredevils to space to jump out and freefall at over 800 miles per hour. This made Red Bull the talk of the town as the live stream of the event garnered over 120 million views, raising the global sales by 13%. In France, Red Bull is not an energy drinks company but a marketing company who with its innovative and out-of-the-box strategies has risen above being a commodity to become a premium lifestyle product. Starting as a cheap drink for Thai blue-collar workers, it has become a symbol of delivery and adventure. Red Bull played with the subconscious of people to make them think that Red Bull is something cool and making people want to associate themselves with it. This strategy has been so effective that Red Bull has over 80% market share of energy drinks in some countries.